try them out, try the various AIs out there, and see what they can do for you. But you'll see one of the most important, actually the most important thing when you're working with these AI programs. It's the how you ask the question, the prompt. You really have to have the 4 components of building a prompt, and that will give you much better information to work with. So here's my promise to you. In the next 30 minutes, you'll leave with at least one thing you can do today that saves you real time. It's not theory, it's actual copy-paste prompts you can steal. So I'll put up the presentation in the community as well. If you want to grab it and copy-paste prompts, you're more than welcome to. And one last thing, I am not a techie. Even though I'm doing this presentation, I'm not a techie. So if I can do it, you most definitely can do it. So here's the game plan. 5 quick parts, about 30 minutes total, so it won't be that long. What is Claude? What is Claude? It bothers me that people call it Claude. It's CLAUDE. I'm from Montreal. And just as importantly, what isn't Claude good at? So the meat of it, 7 real ways to use it in your investing business, and every single one comes with a prompt you can literally copy. So that's what will be coming up on the next slides. After that, my simple recipe for writing prompts that get great answers instead of generic fluff. So, I used to just put in, can you, I can't think of one right now, but can you find me a duplex for sale? Well, you're going to get a list of 1 million properties. But if you get into specific, you are a top tier investor, you're looking for duplexes that cash flow and in this area. So you have to give it exactly what you want it to search for, or it's just going to give you a mishmash of everything. It's not perfect. Then also something to keep in mind and keeping safe for yourself and anybody else that you may be using this with. Keep personal information out of AI. Don't put credit card numbers. Don't put your social insurance number. Don't put your T4 slip. Keep personal information out of there, and you shouldn't be putting anyone else's private information in there as well. They can make mistakes. AI makes mistakes, and you just don't know it's made a mistake because it sounds so certain of what it's doing. But if you've got a great deal you're looking at right now, keep it in mind. This thing can work wonders on analyzing a deal. So we're going to try to make these examples real. Oh, come on. There we go. So what is this thing? Simplest way I can put it, Claude is an AI you talk to in plain English or French. It's fully bilingual, and it talks back like a really sharp teammate who's read basically everything. The left side of the screen, think of it as a research analyst, a copywriter, a patient tutor, all rolled into one. It turns hours of work into minutes. And the best part, you can ask follow-up questions. So you'll put in your prompt, it'll come back with an answer, and you'll want to narrow it down. So you'll ask another question. The right side, it matters as much as the left side. It's not a replacement for your judgment. It can sound super confident and still be wrong. Remember that. It's not legal advice. It's not financial advice. You're still the pilot. You're flying the plane. It's the co-pilot. So burn that into your brain and you'll be fine. So why should you care? Because your scarcest resource isn't money. We keep telling you over and over, even if you don't have money, money is easy to find. It's out there. The one thing that you can't get back is time. So we want to save you time by using this tool. Every investor in this room is juggling a job, family, deals on the side, and God knows what else. So this is meant to save you time. 3 numbers up there. Hours to minutes, that deal analysis or that email you've been putting off, minutes. 24/7, it doesn't sleep, doesn't charge overtime, doesn't get annoyed when you ask the same question 5 times, and $0 to start. There's a free plan, and I'll show you that in a moment. No software, no credit card, no excuse. I'll be honest, the time savings is what hooked me. The quality is what kept me. All right, so here's the fun part. 7 ways to put Claude to work in your business starting today. For each one, I'm going to show you an actual prompt, word for word, that you can copy. Take photos of the slides if you want, or the slide deck will be in the community. So let's go. So use case number 1. This is one that gets people hooked. Deal analysis. Look at this prompt. I'm giving it a real scenario. Triplex in Point Claire, the asking price, the rents, taxes, insurance, my down payment, the rate, and I'm telling it to act like a conservative underwriter. That word matters. It keeps the answer honest instead of rosy. In about 30 seconds, it'll spit out cap rate, cash flow, and the 3 biggest risks to check before you offer. Now, and I'll say this again later, verify the math. As a first pass before you spend an evening in a spreadsheet. It's a game changer, but keep in mind it can make mistakes. So check, and check again. Number 2, market research. Here's something a lot of people don't know. Claude can actually search the web, so you're not stuck with old data. And this works both with when you're using it in your browser or the app. I use the app, so I don't have to keep going into the browser. So I use the app, and the information transfers from your web account to your app simultaneously. So you don't have to worry about losing information. But notice the magic words in this prompt. Cite your sources so I can verify them. That's huge. You get current trends with receipts, so you can click through, and check it yourself. I use this for neighborhood research all the time. I'm studying to be a realtor, and I'm trying to post about things I've learned to build up a following for when I get my license in February. So I want to make sure that I'm citing correct information. So I'll ask it to cite its sources, and the sources are clickable. You can go and check where the information is coming from and if it's legitimate. So I'll use this for my neighborhood research all the time. So what are duplexes doing in the West Island of Montreal? Where are rents heading? It's like having a junior analyst who does the digging while you eat your lunch. Number 3, writing. This is probably the most universal one, and I use it a lot just because, between bumping between French, English all day, honestly, my writing's not the best. So I like to clean it up and polish it up a little bit when I do my writing. So emails to listing agents, to lenders, follow-ups with sellers, all that stuff that sits in your draft folder for 3 days. You can get Claude to write the emails for you, and you can edit them. So look at the details in the prompt. Warm but professional. Ask for the income and expenses statement and certificate of location. That's your land transfer. You'll need it for your land transfer when you go to closing. Under 120 words, easy to say yes to. That last bit is my favorite. You're telling it the goal, not just the task. So you want to get a call to action built into there, right? You want people to respond to you. So you're getting it to build a call to action for you. 10 seconds later, you've got a draft. Tweak it so it sounds like you. Hit send, done. The follow-up email you actually send beats the perfect one you never write. I'll say that again. The follow-up email you actually send beats the perfect one you never write. You have to get you have to get those requests out there. If you want to get a deal, you have to ask for it. Number 4, creative finance. Rob would love this. This is for the Thrive crowd specifically because I know a lot of you are working on CRM and creative structures. 2 things happening in this prompt. First, explain a vendor take back in plain English, so you actually understand it cold. Second, write me a script to pitch it to a seller who owns a free and clear property and isn't in a rush. That second part is gold. Understanding a structure is one thing. Being able to explain it to a seller across a kitchen table without sounding like a textbook, that's where deals get done. Use it as a tool, but let your personality shine through. Practice the pitch with Claude. Replay it, role play it. So what you can do with Claude, the app, you can actually speak to it and it can speak back to you. So if you want to practice when you're cold calling someone or replying to someone, you need to move things forward. Practice it. Practice makes perfect. And even as long as you sound like yourself and you know what you're talking about, and you don't have anybody that you can role play with, you can role play with Claude. Number 5 is content. If you're building any kind of presence, and you should be, this is a massive time saver. 1 idea, 3 platforms. You take a single topic, how to analyze a deal in 4 minutes, and ask for a TikTok hook, a LinkedIn post, and an Instagram caption. The keyword is native. Each platform has its own vibe, and Claude actually gets that. LinkedIn gets the professional angle, TikTok gets the hook. So when you're making a post on a subject, it's going to come out in one way for TikTok so that you can maximize the number of people who actually will look at what you're doing, versus in LinkedIn, you want to have a more professional outlook. So it'll create the same message, but in 2 different versions for the different social media. So this is literally how I get lots of Thrive's content drafted. You've been seeing this in action. I don't know if you've noticed it, but you've been seeing it in action. Number 6, the paperwork, leases, clauses, legal documents, the stuff that makes your eyes glaze over. I don't know about you, but I personally hate that part of the business. I cannot stand paperwork. So you paste in a clause from a Quebec lease and ask, what does this mean for me as a landlord in plain English? Flag anything weird or risky. Now you can do that for any province, right? I live in Quebec, so I'm using Quebec as an example, but if you live in Ontario, Alberta, the Maritimes, just switch it out and it'll actually go out and look for how that's used in that particular province. So now that you look at the last line of that prompt, remind me what to confirm with a notary or broker, or in your cases, a lawyer and a broker. I build the safety check right into the prompt. Claude is great for understanding documents. It's not your notary. Use it to walk into the professional's office with smart questions and don't skip the professional. Don't be cheap. Pay your lawyer, pay for a good accountant. You're going to use your professionals, but this is just a tool to get you asking good questions. And you'll see when you ask those questions, the professional you're dealing with is going to perk up. Number 7, the big picture stuff, business plans, lender pitches, projections. I've actually used this to build a business plan. I've used it for presentations. I've used it for projections when we were selling a building so that we could build up a marketing package for a building that we were selling. So its capacity is quite impressive. The one line that changes everything, instead of getting a generic template, Claude interviews you first. So it'll start asking you questions with prompts. And the output is built around your actual situation. If you've been putting off that one pager for your banker, this is your sign. It's a 20-minute job now. Pardon me. Okay, so now you've seen 7 prompts. What do they all have in common? This is the recipe. I told you 4 ingredients. So the role, tell it who it is. Context, give it the details. Task, tell them what you want. And then the format, do you want it in a table? Do you want it in a Word document? Do you want it in an Excel document? A PowerPoint presentation? These, if you can fill in these 4 items in every prompt, you're going to get great feedback. So it's the same. I don't know if any of you have heard from teachers in the past. Garbage in, garbage out. Well, most people are putting garbage in and getting garbage out from their AI usage. If you can add these 4 items to your prompt, you're going to get much better information spewed out of the AI. So remember, it's a conversation. If at first the answer isn't right, just say, make it shorter, make it more conservative. I'm drawing a blank again. Just keep chatting, reply to it until you get exactly what it is you're looking for. So, real talk for a minute. Because I'd be doing you a disservice if I skipped this. 4 rules. Verify the numbers. AI can do math wrong. I learned that the hard way, by the way. And it'll do it confidently. You will believe it's right even when it's wrong. So sanity check before you act. 2, confirm anything legal or tax related with your lawyer, your notary, your broker, your accountant. Always double check it. 3, privacy. Never paste the client's personal info, their social insurance number, their banking details into any AI tool. Just don't. And 4, the big one, it can sound completely sure and be completely wrong. That's why ask it to cite sources. Treat everything as a really sharp first draft. You're the professional in the room. Your judgment is the final word. Use it that way, and you'll get the upside with none of the horror stories. So I'm giving you homework. Keeping it stupidly simple, because the worst thing you can do is try everything at once and do nothing. So step 1, go to Claude AI, and we'll do that together after. Sign up for free. Take 2 minutes. Step 2, pick 1 real task. The deal you're analyzing, the seller email you've been avoiding, the post you keep meaning to write. Step 3, use the recipe. Role, context, task, format. And keep chatting until it's right. That's it. 1 task, 1 hour saved this week. So once you feel that first win, trust me, you won't stop. Yeah, and that's it. So if you have any questions, ask away. I'm just going to take off the presentation mode so I can see everybody. Hey, Natalia, I didn't see you, and Matteo.
Bonjour, Robert. Comment allez-vous?
Oh, bien. Très bien, merci. Hey, Mike. So, any questions?
Oui. Does Claude, can it go into title search? Because I have a house here on my street that I want to buy.
Hey, let's try. Here, share, allow to share window. All right, so when you sign up, this is what Claude looks like. So go into, like I said, cowork is what you're going to put information in that will be used with different prompts. So for your regular everyday stuff, use the chat. coding, well, I've built an app using this. So it's very strong, and you can download the app. I'm not going to do that because I already have it, and I'm not using my account. I just opened up a free account. Let's go marketing. I am on topic. There we go. All right. Do you have any information on the house?
57 Lortie Street.
Sorry, how do you spell it?
L like Larry, O R T like Terry, I E.
Okay.
In Gatineau,
Oops.
Quebec.
And the postal code?
Oh, let me go check in on Google Maps. Hold on. Google Maps. Whoops. 57 Lortie, Gatineau. J9H 4G6.
Sorry, can you repeat that? H?
J9H 4G6.
Okay. And you want to find, what did you want to find again?
The title search, how much it sold, because it only sold a year ago and now they're selling it again. À vendre. Actually, it's the one after. It's 59, I believe. Let's see, it's crazy. It is AI that is giving us the info online right now. I can see it. It's 67. Sorry, Robert. It's 67, not 57.
There you go. All right. So 60. Hello, Claude. You are a notary in Quebec. Can you find the title search for this property and share it in a Word document? I'm an investor and I'm interested in purchasing the property. All right, let's see if it can find the title search on it. It should be able, because you can get onto the website. Anybody can get on the website, so it should be able to find the information.
Well, the title search in Quebec only costs $1. They just increased the price. It's $1.50 now. It used to be $1. Yeah. In Ontario, it's $150 to do title search. It's like, hello, you need a big budget for Ontario.
Yeah, well, every province has its positives and its negatives, right?
Yeah.
So it's searching. It's very polite. Thanks for your patience. So while we're waiting, did anybody else have any questions, comments, suggestions?
Robert, I'm trying to sign up. It says Anthropic. I guess it's a company that created CLAUDE, right? So we sign up. It says I consent to collection and use of my personal information in accordance with privacy policy. So everything that I put in, I guess it becomes kind of open source.
That's why their personal, secure information with any AI.
Yeah.
Okay, because it can't be trusted right now. And in fact, I was listening to the news earlier this week, and the head of Anthropic is recommending that we slow things down because we have no idea where this is going. So when the head of one of the top AI softwares comes out and says, I think we need to slow down, but of course they're not going to slow down because no one else is going to slow down. So unless the government regulates it, and I think no one really wants government regulating more than they already do.
Oh, they will. This is the messy middle before they lay down the law. It's a big transition. We're talking about our world is going to change very dramatically from every sector to tech, education, health in the next 5 to 10 years.
I'll tell you, I'm a fan of it, and in fact, some people might cringe when I say this, but I'm teaching my 13-year-old how to use it, and I don't have a problem with him using it for schoolwork.
Yeah.
I do have a problem if he doesn't put in the proper prompts to pull out. Because it's like a tool. When I was young, we had encyclopedias, and then my older kids, when they were young, they had the internet. They had Google. Well, this is just the next level, and it's not necessarily about knowing all the information. It's about learning how to find the appropriate information. So I'm okay with it. It's part of the learning process.
But it also hallucinates, and it doesn't always give you proper information. So you have to encourage them to kind of check everything.
Of course.
And even like I have young kids, and it's a big debate because I'm in the education sector. I have an education network, and all of us educators that are giving middle fingers to the system are creating our own schools. So we are it's a big topic of debate. We're not against AI, but also when the kids are young, you have to have strong foundation skills, like writing, reading, grammar, all the important things, and then gradually introduce AI at a later stage. So 13 is a good age for sure. Younger, definitely make sure you have those foundational skills. You can't get away from it at this point. Pandora has been released out of its box. And it will generate new jobs eventually. There is going to be a messy middle though. And there is very much so. So it'll be interesting. We'll see.
My hat's off to you teaching your child at home, but it's I wanted to do it like 30 years ago, and I needed the money, and my house that I bought at 95,092 is now worth $500,000. In my neighborhood 600,000. But the AI was scaring me, and I'm still looking for a job somewhat, and a lot of the jobs are requiring AI. And during the pandemic, I was reviewing translation that I don't know if they use ChatGPT or Claude or what, but it was towards legal and health areas. And the documents that I reviewed, like seriously, they had flaws of interpretation, understanding of the word and the proper word, specifically.
But that was cool, Sylvie. You know what? It's advanced at such a rate since then that it's become a more reliable tool. I'm just going to stop presenting for a second. For those of you who don't have your camera on, would you mind turning it on for a moment?
Yeah, I'm trying to get my picture happening. Sorry, but I got into with my Google, and I was trying to just sign in with my Facebook. I'm not trying to go, but
Sylvie, before I forget,
Mace?
If you're looking for a job, follow the Elite Recruiter.
Elite Recruiter, okay.
On social media. She is like a corporate bigwig. She's like an Indian woman, so you'll...
Oh, cool. I know. Okay.
She has glasses, so you'll know it's her. She's super smart and very attuned to AI and its impact on corporate.
Awesome.
So that might be helpful for you.
Yeah. Like I'm ready to work for another 2.5 years, even just until 70 years old. But I want something interesting this time around. Not just and I want to keep on learning. And AI is part of our world, like Robert said, like Robert said.
Mateo, would you on for a second?
Pardon?
Mateo?
Oh, that's Paul.
Oh, Paul. Oh, Paul.
How are
Sorry,
you?
now I see you. Okay. All right. I'll everybody looking at the camera. There, gotcha. So it timed out. So I repositioned something on it, and I'll see if it comes through.
You're trying to park
might-
and looking at the camera is very hard.
Good one.
Robert, where does it, like in Canada, if you're doing your search for properties in Canada, it's the information is not publicly available. So where is it scraping data from?
It's scraping. It can access government websites as long as they're open, right? So it might be trying. It might be trying to get through that wall of having to pay. There may very well be other sources, so it'll check every source it can. And in this case, I suspect because it's behind a paid wall that it might not be able to pull this up, but it'll search on realtor sites, it'll search on every site to find what it can about that property.
Okay.
So you can actually use it instead of Google. Yeah, Mike.
I did it.
So,
and, the website says it says the website's down, but that may be because it's like you said, a paid thing. But it did give me information on that property.
Oh, good.
But it just gave me what the listing number. It says it needs a lot like a PA. I don't know what they call it in Quebec. That PA.
Oh, you need the lot number. That's true.
But it gives me the full what the living area is, the lot size, the assessment, and it gave me the price, but it said it couldn't access the title because of it. It said it was either the system was down, or I'm thinking because it's a government thing that it couldn't access it for some reason.
Yeah, it's saying it just popped up. It's just saying that because that's a paid site, there's a fee, it can't get through.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it's not helpful, but does anybody have a property you want analyzed or anything like that? Just give me one
Let's
second.
analyze this one.
Do you need a signature?
And I have a website, and so my developers have told me when I talked about scraping data, that even with depending on the site, they have security measures in place. So scraping data is they don't do it as much as people think it does. You have to, even with your company or properties, it has to be positioned in parallel so that it operates with AI, which is people haven't caught up to that yet. Some people have, but that's where the messy middle comes in. So it's not 100 with that. But you can pay somebody to do it off of Fiverr, just so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like to pay people that little bit of penny
So
penny.
if you're looking for a job, though, one thing you might want to consider is have it look at your CV. Tell it what kind of job you're applying for.
Yeah.
Tell it the name of the company you're applying to.
Oh my
Give it as
God.
much detail, and it'll put it together for you.
Oh my gosh, I'd never even thought of that. Awesome.
Same thing with your LinkedIn profile. Ask it to audit your LinkedIn profile.
Okay. Yeah.
And it'll give you a million things to adjust, tweak, rewrite. It'll give you options of the text that you can put in there.
Well, I've worked in the federal government, so I know that when you even apply for funding or anything, you have to use the same lingo as they use, because otherwise you'll go beside the track.
But so you can use this as a tool for anything. Like really, it's incredible what it can accomplish for you.
My son-in-law was telling me that they are allowed to use it in the federal government, but they've already put the rules on how they can use it.
Wow.
Big corporations have internal so that their information doesn't bleed. So I know
yeah.
some like corporate level directors, and they're like, no, we have our own AI systems, and
Exactly.
they are just, which is probably what the government does.
Has done, yeah.
Federal government, and we are allowed to use Gemini, but I guess they made some agreement with, I guess it's Microsoft, right? Gemini.
No, Google.
Yes.
All the information we upload there, it's contained. It's not available to anybody outside of my organization. So
Yeah,
So
well,
Gemini-
in 2007, I was working with the Senator Michael Fortier, and they removed WordPerfect completely. So they killed Nortel, and then they wanted to spread Word and Windows all across the federal government. That's what they've accomplished since then.
Just a quick note on that. So Gemini is Google, Copilot is Microsoft.
Right. Copilot. I
is
meant
awful.
Yeah.
I actually met with somebody from Microsoft,
Okay.
and he would don't use Copilot. It has to catch up to all the others. It really is not a good
Are you
AI.
serious?
It's not bad, Rob. We use it on a daily basis for what we do. It's good, but maybe there are others that are better. You always have to compare it with something else, right? To see
Yes,
if
exactly.
it's good or not. So
Yeah,
It's getting competitive.
what it can do though. Like even here, I'll give you something to laugh at. So I was I'm taking courses right now, and I have a teacher who is unbelievably boring, to put it nicely. And she'll go on, like, I just want to get, it's from 6 to 9. If she shaved off all of her personal stories, I would be out of class by 7:30, 8 o'clock. But no, I'm there till 9:30. I can't take it. So I was just joking around with we were texting back and forth, one of the other students and myself. And I just had, like I said, ChatGPT can create some pretty cool images.
It's actually you. Oh my gosh. It looks like you too. That's incredible.
Yeah, I just gave it a photo of myself, and it created that.
It
So
flabbergastes me.
and if you want to create diagrams, what's it called? Gemini is really good with diagrams. They're all pretty good with creating spreadsheets.
My daughter, who's a lawyer, a crime procurement lawyer in criminal law in the federal government, she changed all her pictures to cartoons so that her face does not, like, it actually looks like her, the cartoon face, but she didn't want to be recognized. They're wiser than we are.
That's my social media as well. I don't have a picture of myself on social media.
Mm.
The rules are going to change when it comes to using other people's pictures in AI, because people are using it for ill intent, especially like children, criminal activities, and just using other people's images. And, you know, it's always funny when you're like, hey, mom, look how I found dad. And you create some AI. Yes, there's humor in that, but also there's a lot of misuse. So they are going to come up with some rules, which honestly I kind of agree with, because nobody should be using other people's images of themselves.
And my daughter, my first granddaughter who was born, my daughter said, "Mom, remove Gaia's picture on Facebook, please." And I didn't know how to delete these things, but I know now.
Oh my gosh! But you can usually. If you put it into an image checker or Google, it can tell you if it's AI created.
Yeah.
A lot of the image, and you'll see specifically around the eyes and around here, you can see if it's been created by AI. You just have to keep an eye out for that. And hopefully no one posts AI images of you. Like, mind you, if they put an image of me and improve my body and put me in a little thong, you know, I'm okay with that. But don't put me in a thong in this body.
Silly guy.
No one wants to see that.
It's the rage baiting too when it comes to manipulating, like politically and socially. People are doing naughty things. That's the first thing they do.
By the way,
Human
you can also
nature.
have it attached to your email and have it read your emails and put together auto replies that you have to edit.
What? Oh my
So it
God.
can save you a ton of, like, it'll create a reply to an email. Gemini can do that. If you're using Google, like I use Google for my email, Gemini will do it automatically for me. And then I'll just, if I want to tweak it, just change a few words and send it out. It's a real time saver.
I was actually some jobs, and this guy is showing, the world how to make money. And he says, if you're good in languages, you can make $350 an hour just to review those chat GPTs or Claude, excuse. And so, like maybe I'll become an AI reviewer, but
It's a great tool. And even, like I was telling Ryan when I first logged in, I bought an electric car and I didn't know what questions to ask about an electric car. So I put in a prompt into Claude and said, I'm going to buy an electric car. This is the price point I'm looking at, the oldest age I'm looking at, the max number of kilometers I'm looking at. Can you compare the various electric models out there? And it gave me a breakdown, and it rated each of the cars from best to worst. So then I was, okay, I'm searching for a battery charger installation. I know nothing about this. I'm getting an electric car, but I know nothing about it. So Google, who can sell me a charger and install it for me. And it actually gave me an option in Google, gave me an option for this company I had never heard of. And you get paid to charge your car. Like, this has got to be a scam.
yeah.
All you do is pay $100 to get into the club. And when you charge your car, at the end of the month, it's going to add up and it's going to tell you, okay, this is how much we're paying you. I think when you start, it's 3 cents a kilowatt hour and it moves up from there. But regardless, to me, you're sending me an $800 charger. You're not charging me except for a $100 deposit that I have to pay now. I'm never going to see a charger arrive at my house. So I actually started trying to do some research on this company. I couldn't find much. But then I put it in Claude and it came up with all the sources. It told me it's a legit company. It's a Canadian company. And in fact, when I went to the window just before, it was that battery charger was just being delivered. I ordered it yesterday. So I have a $1,000 battery charger here. All I have to do is find an electrician to install it now.
Wow.
So it has a wide range of usefulness, but again, you have to double check everything. I didn't just take its word that was a good company, real Canadian. I started doing even more research to make sure because I didn't want to get screwed. But I have my portal. I'll get it installed this week. I think I have an electrician coming by tomorrow and get it done. So
Cool. Your first electrical car?
Yeah. I've wanted an electric car. So I'm not a car guy, but I wanted an electric car. I didn't really care about how powerful it is or not powerful. I just want an electric car. So I got one.
Is it hybrid?
No, it's an electric, 100% electric.
How many kilometers can it go on one charge?
In ideal situation, 450 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
But-
you can make it from Ottawa to Quebec almost.
Yeah, but you turn your air conditioning on, it's going to lower it. You turn your heating on, it's on it. So, I'm not we have 2 cars now, so we'll have that car for driving around the city and short distance drives, and then there's our other car where we'll do our long distance traveling. And you turn AI slop, so you can't lose the human touch that ad. What is AI slop?
AI slop is the mass-produced digital products and social media hooks that are, it's just, they use patterns. So that's what computers use. They identify patterns and push those patterns out. But the problem is you lose the human touch. You sound like a robot. So you kind of have to make sure you include your personality, because people want your personality, especially in a mass-produced world, I guess.
You have
Absolutely.
you have to teach it, and when it spews out, bye Ryan, bye Natalia.
Bye, Natalia.
When you put in your prompt, and let's say
Bye. Bye.
and it creates the email, you can just say, okay, listen, it's a little bit too cold. Can you warm it up and make it a little more casual for me? And then you can just, it'll tweak it down, right? It'll make it sound more like you. And the more you do that, the more it's going to start sounding like you. It's just training it.
Yeah, there's still an element of, like, there's pattern recognition. So yes, it can start sounding more like you, but it's definitely not perfect. And it definitely has impacted the marketing. There's a lot of people in the marketing sector that have been talking about this, which is super interesting, because we do, like, you know, a lot of social media. That is the attention is the currency of modern day. So they talked about, like, messaging in certain sectors, and yes, you have like keywords that are in different sectors, and but it's become a problem. One of the biggest social media gurus, he does like Gary V and Alex Hormozy, I forgot his name. He was talking about it. It was quite interesting, some of the insights he was providing about it.
So I've been using AI for almost all my posts on social media and all the stuff I do. Well, what I've realized it's like what Robert was saying. It's like you have to teach it. And I've spent a few months communicating with the AI tools, but to recognize how I think and how I speak. And even then, sometimes the post comes out, it's not really like me. So I always say, okay, make it sound more like me. And if I'm still not sure, I take it to a different AI and I throw it in there and ask it to work on that.
Are you saying that, like, sound like you in the chatting or thinking and speaking, or
Yeah,
with the accent as well? You can't change your accent, obviously.
Well, I'm not talking about the talking part of things, but more like, you know, even if it's material that you're putting out, it's about it understanding how you think. So if you're communicating with it for many months and, you know, you're writing stuff into it, oh, this is what I did today, and it kind of recognizes your pattern.
Yeah. Oh, and did you try it in your own native tongue as well? Because I know Claude does all kinds of language.
No, I actually have it, and now that you're saying it, I'm going to try.
Yeah, because I take training from somebody in the US, and he says like you can do it in at least like quite a few languages. Just test it.
Yeah, well, I'll give it a shot. It's not a bad idea to try it out.
I put the name in the chat. His name is Caleb Ralston.
Caleb?
With a C, Ralston. So CALEB RALSTON. So
Okay.
he does.
Oh yeah.
So it's he just makes some interesting points. Always learning, right? And evolving at a constant pace.
Change is constant.
You want to keep that human element in it, right? And that's why you can't just take AI for its word. You have to check it, and you need to train it, teach it to be more like you. And it's funny because I've seen on social media all these ads for creating your virtual twin. And just for the heck of it, I asked Claude to do that, and I asked ChatGPT to do it, and I asked Gemini to do it, and they I guess you have to be a programmer to some degree to do something like that, or create an AI that does that, because none of them will do it.
Wow.
It can create something. You do need back-end developers to make sure so think of it like a journey, right? It can be disconnected at certain parts of the journey. You have to make sure that everything is connected and communicating. So to some degree, yes, you do need somebody to check all the connections to make sure they're working if you're not well versed in it. It can create, there's just always limitations on its execution if you don't have the knowledge base, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's not there to replace you. It's there to be a tool. And if you use it as a tool and you keep teaching it, after a few months, it really starts to sound like you. And,
it enhances your output. It's really pretty great.
And I'll ask it, have I missed anything? Have I missed anything?
I took a course earlier this year on it from a guy in the US who did a lot of stuff with like Bob Proctor and that sort of thing. And he's given us a lot of custom prompts, scripts, GPT scripts. And those ones initially at the start of the course, he gives it to you, and it's like you said, it trains, it learns your chat. We were using Chat GPT at the time. Now we've converted over to Claude, just because the systems change. One's good for something, the other one gets better at something else, and they'll switch back probably. But I'm still using it, but I'll switch it over to Claude for that sort of thing. But it knows everything about me. So everything I ask with regards to real estate, it puts it in a real estate REI format, and it knows everything. If I ask for, say, rent owns in Alberta, it'll break everything down from north to south, from the best options, prices, house size, where the best population is, and you can tell it, well, I want these people. Yeah, it does that. And you can do anything with it, and it's really easy. You don't have to buy or pay a programmer, coder. This, like, Claude is very good at it. It takes you about 10 minutes. You can make a prompt. A friend of mine just made a bot to trade, and he's making, give or take, 10 grand a week. It's just easy. But you have to put the time in to get you. Pardon me?
I want that bot.
Yeah.
Is it a bot or an application?
It's a bot that you just put into, like, say you sign up to like MT4, or like you have to have a broker in the background, like CMC Markets or something like that. And you just apply it to your chart, like, and he's put certain parameters that he wants, because we're using a different type of bot and from a different supplier, and this one's actually helping him to different parameters, and he thinks it's works better. But it took him a weekend to figure it out. And again, it's just asking the proper questions, prompts, and precise, and it's just iterations. It's like, well, this doesn't work, change it to this, like Robert said.
What do you mean it took a weekend to figure it out?
Well, to refine it, to make it actually from demo to putting $100,000 in it and trading, and then after a week he comes out with 150.
Oh.
So it's just little things like that. It's so simple. And back on the other thing with emails, you can attach Claude to your Gmail, and it sorts everything. Like you find everything REI, it puts it into one box. Do this, puts it into that. And if you have a CRM, you can do that as well. Like all your rental payments come in, and you just attach, like, say, Open Table, and you attach it to, like, I use Go High Level, and it just throws it in there and sorts it all out for you.
Oh my God, that's so weird, because I'm just thinking, like, I was teaching these admin assistant how to file their stuff in the federal government system, and now I guess they can probably have their filing done automatically thanks to what is it for Windows? Oh my gosh, that's so strange. So if the person is really badly organized, the AI can organize them. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That's where it's going to impact jobs.
Of course.
Middle management.
The
is
proper
pretty
data
much
entry has to be done
eliminated.
properly at the beginning, though. That's the problem, too.
AI won't need that. It'll be able to go through everything pretty quickly. If you don't have the knowledge base that Mike is talking about and you don't feel confident, you can get like a third party to review whatever you develop. If you don't feel, sounds like his friend is a little bit more not base level knowledge, probably medium to intermediate.
I would say he just learned it over the last 2 months.
Nice.
I mean, he's younger. He's what, 30? So I say he's younger than me. So
Hey, don't
He's gonna
discount
step up on
age. You never discount age. Some of these young whippersnappers are sharp.
well, that's the thing that teacher was telling me is like people with experience in their 50s or what have you. You have the experience of your life experience, but work experience. So you know what's wrong or right to ask, or can I fix this in whatever work industry you're working in? It's like, is there a way to fix this? And they say, and then he finds a workaround kind of thing. Where younger people might not have that experience and don't know what the issues are or the problems to fix or to make it more efficient.
But I was saying about data entry, it has to be done properly at the beginning, because if you enter one wrong number, then, like in the file number, then you're kind of off the track.
But I don't think you'll be entering the number, right? You'll just take the data and it takes the data and does it.
Yes. Okay, let's say I'm opening a file for you at the federal government, and it's a file that is on a project. Well, the project has a certain number, but if the project number has not been entered, let's say for the bridge that they're fixing here in Ottawa, and they're changing the bridge between Gatineau and Ottawa. Well, AI will have the right info if it's on the right track. So access to private information, that's exactly where Robert was saying here earlier. If you put private info, it's not good, obviously. So us too, when we are in the federal government, we have to be careful. Like you just finished saying, young people wouldn't know about that or wouldn't be.
It'll be a closed system though, when it's government or big corporation.
All right. So like I said, I will post the video in the next couple of days in the community and on the YouTube channel. And I'll also drop the PowerPoint slides into the community as well. So if anybody wants them, they're there for you. And if you have any questions, reach out to me, no problem.
Can I? Mike Nutt, you seem like a very interesting person. Can I get your email?
Sure. I'll put it in the chat.
I would like to learn more about what you do and how you do it.
And Robert, I wish you good luck with your final exams to become a realtor.
Yes, good luck.
I have 2 this week, 2 exams.
Thank you, Michael.
2 exams and 2 weeks later, 2 exams 2 weeks later, and then I start 3 more courses. So it's crazy how much they make you learn to become a realtor in Quebec. 550 hours of classroom time. So
wow.
I'm telling you, there's 3 law courses you have to take. There's residential construction. What else was there? The